Welcome to the Dino World!
Once upon a time, the Earth looked completely different. There were no cities stretching across the land, no cars rumbling down roads, no schools, no aeroplanes, no phones, no supermarkets. In fact, there were no human beings at all. But there were dinosaurs. Welcome, young explorer, to Dino World. This is where we travel back in time, millions and millions of years, to meet the most incredible creatures that ever walked our planet. Get ready, because your adventure starts right now. So, what exactly is a dinosaur? Great question. You might think you already know. After all, dinosaurs are everywhere, in films, in museums, on your lunchbox, maybe even on your pajamas. But there's actually something very specific that makes a dinosaur a dinosaur. Dinosaurs were a special group of reptiles, unlike lizards and crocodiles, but far more incredible, that lived on Earth millions of years ago. But here's the thing. They weren't just any reptiles. They had something most reptiles don't have. Their legs. A lizard's legs stick out to the sides of its body and, like this, imagine a push-up position. But a dinosaur's legs were tucked underneath its body, nice, like yours are right now. Stand up, go on, stand up and stomp your feet. That's exactly how dinosaurs walked, strong, upright, and completely in control. When did dinosaurs live? Scientists have a name for this time. They call it the Mesozoic Era. Mesozoic. That's a big word. But all it means is the age of ancient life. Scientists divide the Mesozoic Era into 3 great chapters, like 3 chapters in the world's longest adventure book. Chapter 1. The Triassic Period. This is when dinosaurs first appeared, small, scrappy, and just getting started. Chapter 2. The Jurassic Period. This is when the giants arrived, long-necked monsters as tall as buildings. The Earth shook with every step they took. Chapter 3. The Cretaceous Period. The longest chapter and home to some of the most famous dinosaurs ever, including the mighty T-Rex. Together, these 3 chapters cover approximately 180 million years of dinosaur history. 180 million. That's so long, it is almost impossible to imagine. Here's something that is going to completely blow your mind. Ready? Dinosaurs ruled the Earth for so long, for such an enormous stretch of time, that 2 of the most famous dinosaurs you know never actually met each other. T-Rex and Stegosaurus. You'd think these 2 famous creatures would have been neighbors, but they weren't. They lived 80 million years apart. Let me put that another way. The gap in time between T-Rex and Stegosaurus is bigger than the gap between T-Rex and us. Right now, today, T-Rex is actually closer in time to you than it was to Stegosaurus. Incredible, isn't it?
Aha! They lived millions of years apart.
Now here's another thing that surprises a lot of people about dinosaurs. When most of us imagine a dinosaur, we picture something enormous. A thundering giant with teeth as long as bananas. And yes, some dinosaurs were absolutely enormous. Some were taller than a 4-story building. Some were longer than 3 school buses parked end to end. But others were tiny. Some dinosaurs were no bigger than a chicken. Some were even smaller than a crow. And they came in every shape you can imagine. Some had horns, some had armor, some had enormous frills, some had crests on their heads, some had feathers. Wait, feathers? Yes, feathers. We'll come back to that surprising secret a little later.
Look at the size of that Titanosaur. It's 35 meters long. That's huge compared to the Ankylosaurus.
And when it came to food, some dinosaurs ate only plants. Some ate only meat, and some were happy eating both. The dinosaur world had every kind of appetite you can think of. So how long ago did all of this happen? The first dinosaurs appeared on Earth about 230 million years ago. 230 million? If you counted to a million out loud,
and
ba-ba,
1, 2,
one,
3, 4,
two,
5, 6,
three,
7, 8,
4,
9, 10.
without stopping, without sleeping, without eating, it would take you about 12 days to count to 230 million? 7.5 years? That's how far back the story of dinosaurs begins. Now, here's a very important secret that even some grown-ups get wrong. Not every amazing prehistoric creature was a dinosaur. You know those enormous flying reptiles? The ones with the huge leathery wings called pterodactyls? Not dinosaurs. They were pterosaurs, flying reptiles that were cousins of the dinosaurs, but not dinosaurs themselves. And those enormous sea creatures, the giant underwater hunters like Mosasaurus lurking in the deep, ancient ocean, also not dinosaurs. They were ocean reptiles, just as spectacular, just as fearsome, but a completely different family. So what makes something a true dinosaur? Remember those legs from earlier? Legs tucked underneath the body? Dinosaurs walked on land. They did not fly. They did not swim in the sea. Pterosaurs ruled the sky. Ocean reptiles ruled the sea. And dinosaurs? Dinosaurs ruled the land. So who are some of the stars of the dinosaur world? Let's have a quick peek, just a peek, at a few of the incredible creatures you're going to meet in Dino World. First, Triceratops. 3 enormous horns, a magnificent frill of bone around its neck, and a body as heavy as 2 cars. A gentle plant eater, unless you made it angry. Then, Brachiosaurus. Imagine standing next to it. You look up, and up, and up, and up, and you still cannot see its head. It's lost somewhere in the treetops. How about Stegosaurus? With those magnificent diamond-shaped plates running all along its back, and 4 deadly spikes on its tail? Or the armored tank that was Ankylosaurus, so heavily protected that even its eyelids had armor, and a tail club powerful enough to shatter bone? One, the only, Tyrannosaurus rex, the tyrant lizard king, teeth the size of bananas, a bite more powerful than any other land animal, eyes as sharp as a hawk, a nose that could smell prey from miles away. Each of these extraordinary creatures has their own episode right here on Dino World. And there are so many more waiting to meet you. Before we go, I want to tell you something important. Dinosaurs were not just animals that lived long ago and then disappeared. Their story is one of the greatest stories this planet has ever told. A story of survival, of adventure, of creatures that were stranger and more wonderful than anything you could ever dream up. And the most amazing part? We know all of this because of fossils, ancient bones and footprints, buried in rock for millions of years, waiting to be found. Every fossil tells a story. And scientists called paleontologists have spent their whole lives listening to those stories and sharing them with us. In our very next adventure, we'll travel back to the very beginning to meet the first dinosaurs that ever appeared on Earth. They were small, they were sneaky, and they were oh so clever. Are you ready? Until next time, young explorer, keep asking questions. Keep looking at the world with wondering eyes. And always, always remember, every fossil tells a story.
In our next adventure, we'll meet the very fierce dinosaurs ever to appear on Earth.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new lesson.